welcome to the most egotistical presentation here tonight. It's all about me and how I got paid to be an opinionated, snarky person on Twitter. So from blogging to a career, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm an industrial organizational psychologist. I didn't go to school to be in policy. I didn't just go to school to be a planner. And so this policy manager thing's kind of new, kind of awesome. I love it. IO psychology is everything that you guys hate about human resources. So the normal employee hates us. We create the applicant tests, the team building, the leadership development, really all the great stuff that everyone hates. So, so how did I get to policy, to this from here? Well, I moved to Atlanta right after grad school, had never lived in an American city. I went to school in a rural area, grew up in a rural area. And when I moved to Atlanta, I moved to the suburbs and decided to try to take the bus. If you can see on the map, I lived really close to where I worked, but I worked in a homeless shelter, and it was about a 2-hour bus ride. My friends encouraged me to start a blog, Misadventures, because it really was a lot of fun and a lot of crazy stuff. Things like the bus driver not turning down my street because he said no one lived there. Thanks. There were only 2 blogs in Atlanta that were really dealing with transit and urban issues. My blog at the time, and then Jen. We combined our blogs to make Marta Rocks. And you'll see this was the blog post that got Marta to notice me and to call me. It's literally about drunk girls keeping their transit passes in their bra and then deciding, can we tap in and out of the station with it? Spoiler alert, it works. So Marta called me and we started doing some stuff together, like that bus picture, and I started getting a little more opinionated, a little more interested and involved in the politics. Martageddon, Armageddon, and then Clayton County happened. So Clayton County was the 2nd largest bus system in the state of Georgia. Due to a budget shortfall, the county commissioners decided to terminate the bus system. No. So that was the first transit advocacy campaign that I ever got involved with. There were rallies, there were public meetings, and none of it helped. So, but this was when I stopped being kind of cute and talking about where I can keep my fare card and started trying to get involved and trying to get people interested and doing this. I joined the transit advocacy group, I became the president, and then the TIA happened in 2011. For those of you who don't know, Atlanta had a 10-county sales tax, 1 cent, created this epic project list, tons and tons and tons of public meetings. I made all of them but 2, and that was because they were on consecutive to nights. But we started the Fair Share for Transit Coalition. It was by the Livable Communities Coalition, which Dr. Scott was a part of. And when this coalition happened, they approached me and said, hey, do you want to come on board? So I went from talking about really crazy random stuff to someone saying, we need your social media expertise on transit. So I got paid to attend meetings and then make really snarky comments about what was going on at the meetings. Yeah, what about Clayton? Do we not care about the South? So that started. But then from there, trying to get a little more polished, a little more professional, a little more engagement, my friends and I started doing things like transportation haikus and transit pickup lines. Hey, baby. Yeah. Every Valentine's Day, we break these out. It's an ongoing thing. Then we started Haikus and Transit Thursdays. But when we started doing Transit Thursdays and then we did Transpo Haikus, a really funny thing happened. People started getting involved nationally. And when I mean people, I mean, just the timing's a little off, I apologize. But someone really famous got involved. So this happened. We didn't reach out to them, but FTA, USDOT, and Railhood started doing these kitschy things with us. That's when people started noticing what we were doing, creating this community around transit. And we kept going with Transit Thursdays. It still happens. When Railhood retired, I sent him a pickup line and got a response. And then I moved to DC and started doing this as a full-time gig. It's really kind of a dream come true. So the point of this is not like, hey, look, I'm really, really funny, though I think I am, but you can do this too. So how do you get to some point where you're noticeable? Be unique. You're not going to be the next Streets blog. You're not going to be the next Greater Washington. Let's face it, those slots have already been filled. But being in Atlanta, being a woman writing about transit, that was really unique. Have a voice, have personality. I'm not gonna lie, me and Greater Washington struggle with this one, but when I moved there, they were like, hey, come write for us. And I'm like, oh, you edit me. Yeah, so, but have a voice, have personality. It's really key to set yourself apart. Reach out and touch someone. Social media is all about the interaction, human interaction. We are reaching out because, by golly, we don't have enough friends, so the online ones are pretty cool too. I go on vacation with my Twitter followers, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, David was my roommate. We met on Twitter, and now we hang out. Don't feed the trolls. As much as I love them and love to read them, like grab a drink, start reading the comments on articles, you're never gonna win. And that just makes you look at their level if you start interacting with them and calling them idiots. It took me a little while to learn that one. And it still takes me a while to refrain from doing it. But have fun with it. You know, if I didn't have fun with it and make up things like transit pickup lines, I wouldn't have gotten Ray LaHood to follow me. So, yeah. Who knows? I love the man and have a huge crush. But have fun. You can do it too.